Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here again with another card layout. This is number 14 in the series. This layout is going to use this particular design. It's very simple, but we're going to do a lot with it. In this video I'll be using the Graphic 45 blossom papers, or bloom papers, I beg your pardon. And in this pad there are lots and lots of beautiful designs, nice big bold designs that would suit this layout really well. So let's get chopping. These are the two papers that I chose from this pad, although I could have got away with just the one. This particular one I love because of the colours and the style and the boldness of it. And what I'm trying to do is fussy cut without really losing too much of that paper. So I've cropped down the design so that I've got a lot to work with. If you'd like to download this layout and get all the measurements, then please do head over to my blog, gentlemancrafter.com, and you will be able to download and save or print the layout for yourself for future reference. I will leave a link in the description on YouTube, and of course if you're seeing this anywhere else, please do just come and find me at the blog, and I'll leave a link to that there in the description as well. Okay, so there's my three main panels. With that large floral design, I'm just going to add a small vignette around the edge, so a little bit of shading. First with the Hickory Smoke Distress ink. And you can see it just kind of grays down the edges, so it gives a nice soft subtle edge. Then for the corners I'm just going to add a little bit of black soot just to really kind of darken those down. I'm going to be working on a black cardstock. Of course you can choose the colour of the cardstock you want based on the colours in the paper. It's entirely up to you. Now I'm going to assemble this strip separately and then mount it properly later, and this is because I want to do a lot of work on it, so I don't want to mess up, and also I want to raise it up with foam pads, so I need to get all the work done before I mount it up. But that's kind of an idea of where I'm going with this. Okay, now the side colour bits, that's a technical term, are 1/4 of an inch, so half would be 1/8 of an inch, and I'm basically marking dots every half an inch. I'm not sure any of those numbers made sense, but hopefully what you're seeing on screen will. The reason I was marking dots, by the way, I forgot to explain, was that I'm going to apply some gems. So I just wanted to evenly space them down the sides of that central black strip. I've chosen the smallest gems that I've got, just because I wanted a little bit of twinkle, but I didn't want to go too, how do you say, OTT over the top. Could use all sorts for this, I guess. Even some stitching down the side if you wanted a little bit more of a unusual finish. I hope you're enjoying this series of videos, by the way. As I mentioned, this is number 14, so there's 13 others for you to watch if you're watching this when it's brand new. If not, there's probably a load more. Check out the playlist link in the description of the video for that. Now I did a lot of prep work for this video, and I basically die cut a whole stack of flowers. And this is because I didn't want to spend too much time having to edit this video. But also it gave me a chance to layer them up and for all the glues to dry and all of that. So basically, in short, I've used some pink, blue and white and green hunky-dory lightweight cardstock to die cut all of these elements out. I've layered up a few and I'm basically now just assembling this strip, and I want to create like a floral montage or a spray or a sprig. Or no, it is a spray, isn't it? Not a bouquet, it's a spray. There you go, that's a rhyme that doesn't need to be. But anyway, basically I'm making the big pink flower about 2/3 of the way up that strip, because I want it to be almost like a focal flower, a focal point for this strip. I am using foam pads, but I'm going to apply a little glue to the back of those so that they get a chance to stick all over the back, and also maybe to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So I've got one large flower in each of the different colours, and then I've got a whole bunch of the small flowers in corresponding colours. So this gives me the rule of 3 from the design perspective, but also it gives me a chance to sort of fill it out and flesh it out. I don't just end up with those 3 plonked on like that. So what I will then do is basically start working in different colour groups. So for example here, I'm putting a smaller pink flower at the top, but I'm going to put other colours with it. And I'm going to repeat that down the design. So I'm basically spreading the colours out as randomly as I can, whilst also planning it to the nth degree. Now you could go crazy and overload it, but you know, it's up to you again. When you come to make this card, you do what you want to do. You do you, as they say. I have a suspicion I'm going to be left over, have a lot of die cut flowers left over. It's probably a good thing, I can use them on another card. I'll just need to find somewhere to store those. Again, I haven't even said it yet. I've used different sized gemstones to help give the illusion of scale. So for example, on the smaller flowers I've used the smallest gemstones I've got, and on the bigger flowers the biggest. Okay, now this was a bit of a bind for me because I wanted to create this heat embossed design, but no matter what I did I couldn't get it to work. But I am going to show you what I did. So I used an embossing ink, then a pigment ink, and I have a feeling that might be where I went wrong, because I should have known that you can't put a water-based ink on an oil-based ink, you silly boy. Anyway, it kind of works to the point that it looks like a distressed label, which was cool. So I'm just heating it from the back so I get a smoother finish. And here's, it looks okay. There's a couple of the others that I tried, but I did one earlier that did work, so I thought I'll use that. You might think I'm totally useless sometimes, but I do have my uses. There we go. I thought that was nice. Wonderful. Okay, now the strip. Let's get some foam pads on the back of that. And then some glue on the foam pads. Okay, let's see if I can get this stuck on straight first time. Yay, I did. Okay, so there we go, that's the card. I really hope you've enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you will join me for the next card layout video. Thanks for watching. That's it for this time. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And for more from me in the future, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.